Hey folks, welcome back to another Enlisted video. In this video we're just going to be talking about the game itself, what it has to offer, what it's about, when it's set, and yeah, just a little bit of information about the game itself. Enlisted is a squad-based first-person MMO shooter covering key battles from World War II. The game carefully recreates weapons, military vehicles, and the atmosphere of that era, while demonstrating really massive clashes of numerous soldiers, tanks, and aircraft with artillery and naval support. At first, players will be able to fight in the Battle for Moscow campaign that recreates the heavy clashes between German and Soviet troops in the outskirts of the Russian capital and the Normandy invasion, covering D-Day landing and following battles. There are more campaigns already in development, including the Battle for Berlin and others. Each squad consists of several soldiers who can be trained, equipped with new weapons and items, and then taken into battle. You control one soldier directly, while other soldiers will be controlled by AI, which obeys your orders. You can switch between soldiers and stay at the most interesting point in the battle event even after part of your squad has been defeated. Dozens of units with different specializations participate in enlisted battles simultaneously. This ensures maximum density and spectacularity of a battle while maintaining a high contribution with each participant for the victory of the team. Infantry, armoured vehicles and aircraft battle together, and you can try several roles in just one game session. As far as weaponry goes, there are hundreds of realistic weapons examples, detailed models in firearms, grenades, mortars, flamethrowers and anti-tank guns. There are even stationary machine guns in the game that can be built by engineers. All of the weapons correspond to the historical prototypes and were actually used in particular military campaigns. One weapon in particular, the Mosin rifle. The 7.62mm rifle was adopted by the Russian Imperial Army back in 1891. Cheap to produce, but at the same time, an accurate and reliable weapon that served from all the early days of World War II to its very end. In Enlisted, you are not a loner, but the commander of an entire squad. Every respawn on the battlefield means several soldiers under your command, one of which you control personally while others follow your orders using AI control. You can freely switch between the soldiers in your squad so you can stay at the most interesting point of battle, as long as at least one of your soldiers survives. If they are all defeated, you can respawn on the battlefield with another squad, with the specialization you need. Recruit additional squads with new specialists, add new soldiers to your existing squad, train and equip each individual soldier with better weapons and equipment to increase your tactical capabilities and lead your team to victory. So what type of specializations is there? Each newly opened squad has at least one valuable soldier, a specialist, equipped with the most special weapons. You start the battle by controlling that soldier. In one battle you can use several squads with different specialists in turn. For example, the Trooper. The soldier uses semi-automatic rifles and bolt-action rifles as their main weapon. This makes them effective in mid to long-range distant battles. Soldiers are part of the starting lineup of all game squads and are the largest class soldiers. And my personal favourite, the Tanker. This soldier enters the battlefield as part of an entire crew of an armoured vehicle. Powerful cannon and machine gun fire allows you to quickly make a breakthrough and destroy any possible target. Even one tanker is able to control a tank by switching between places for the driver and the gunner. Then we have the Sniper. Snipers use bolt-action rifles equipped with a telescopic sight as their main weapon. This allows them to eliminate targets at great distances. The increased range of sighting makes these soldiers particularly useful in counteracting enemies under cover and machine gunners. And we also have the Pilot. This soldier performs their service alone whilst controlling an attacker or fighter plane. Offensive weapons and bombs, if used correctly, will help to radically and in an instant change the balance of power in a particular area. Suspended and offensive weapons can be reloaded by flying to a reload point. So as far as equipment is concerned, every piece of equipment is only obtainable from loot boxes. There are two types of them, one that contains soldiers and one that contains equipment. Also, every soldier comes without any equipment. That is, he only has a gun, he has no first aid kit or a grenade, so he'll keep running about without these things until you're lucky enough to get those items. Then you might ask, what is the campaign? Well, in every campaign you unlock squad, tanks or planes. You only unlock them because to get them, you need to open loot boxes. Enlisted is going to have 4 campaigns as far as I remember. There is also Berlin, North Africa and Normandy. Progress for each campaign is separate. So no matter how much time you've spent on the Moscow campaign, you'll start with a completely new squad in Normandy campaign and you'll have to grind all those upgrades again. Okay, so I think I've somehow covered the grind part. How is the rest of the game, you might ask? Core gameplay is quite good for a game like this. Movement is satisfying and very fluid. You just sometimes get stuck in smaller windows, but hopefully that'll be fixed in the nearest future. Overall gunplay is mediocre. For bolt action rifles, it's really good. You feel the punch of those weapons. For the rest, the problem lies within the recoil. As funny as it may sound, it's just too random. Of course, there are tanks and planes as well. Their gameplay was done quite good. Tanks feel really heavy, as they should be, and they are well balanced. Important thing to note, there is only first person mode, so you're almost blind when in the tank. So stay out of narrow streets, and if you're overextended, keep moving. That'll lower your chance of death. Overall, in my personal opinion, Enlisted is a great free-to-play game with great graphics and some great gameplay. There is a lot of stuff involving pay to win. If you haven't played it yet, just be prepared to grind. Of course, if you're willing to pay to win, you can pay to get ahead of the game. And you will find when playing the game, a lot of people will be way ahead of you in terms of equipment and upgrades and stuff, but try not to let that dishearten you. Stick to the grind. Unlock your guns, have the personal satisfaction of the gameplay and going through the levels. Free to play, folks, so not much to complain about here. Great game, fantastic, and I really enjoy it. So that's it for me, folks. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little first look for me at Enlisted. I'm going to be playing a lot more of this game because I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. You get to kill a lot of guys. It's pretty fun. It's free to play, so it's right up my street. Thank you all for watching, folks. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.